Let's talk now about the jobs market, because new data out from LinkedIn today shows that the number of people changing roles in October 2021 was up 25% compared to 2 years ago. LinkedIn is also seeing hiring return to pre-pandemic levels in all countries, but the pace of recovery in Europe has lagged that of the US. But there's less competition for roles now compared to a year ago, so job seekers are in a stronger position to negotiate salaries. Well, joining me now is Karen Kimbrough, who's the chief economist at LinkedIn. Many thanks for joining me on the programme this morning. How is the labour market changing globally?
So we're at a point right now where I don't think the labor market has ever been as tight. You mentioned exactly what we're seeing. We're seeing a near doubling of available jobs, and at the same time, job seekers are being pretty choosy and pretty cautious, which means that we're seeing fewer applicants per role, which brings down the competition for any role. So it's really never been a better time to try to get a job. But at the same time, when you compare country to country, we're definitely seeing that the US seems to have a little bit more momentum than other parts of, say, in the UK or continental Europe.
Interesting, because what does that high quit rate tell us about the state of the global economy and the jobs market? Are they a sign of a healthy and recovering labour market? Are workers feeling more confident in their prospects to go out and secure a better deal elsewhere?
Absolutely. A high quit rate is usually a sign that people feel they can, leave one job and find something better, whether it be better pay, more flexibility, more generous benefits, or just something that they prefer to do. And we all know that after some 18 months since the pandemic started, many people have been contemplating or trying to redefine where they work, how they work, and why they work. And as a consequence, they're moving around. And we're calling this the Great Reshuffle. And a lot of what we're seeing is simply people who are making a choice for something different. And it's forcing employers to have to, really calibrate better for what workers are looking for right now.
And Karen, your data at LinkedIn shows hiring is back to pre-pandemic levels in all countries, but the pace of recovery in Europe has lagged that of the US, hasn't it? What picture are you seeing, and why is that?
So I think there's two reasons. One reason is, of course, in many of the European countries, there were really quickly installed furlough schemes that meant people stayed sort of attached to their job. They weren't unemployed. And so they didn't have those dramatic swings in unemployment that we saw in the US. As we all kind of know, you swing in one direction, then you're on a counter swing in the other direction. So the US had a lot of unemployment, but now we're seeing a lot of people find jobs, and that momentum is really there. Europe was kind of more of a modulated cycle. The other reason, I think, is that there's been this fact that's happened over and over again, that whenever we have these waves of COVID, it really does slow the pace of hiring. And we're seeing right now that cases of COVID are increasing in parts of Europe, and that is definitely slowing hiring. Whereas in the US, it seems like it's a little bit more behind us in some cases, and therefore the hiring has picked up and accelerated again.
Interesting nuances there within the global job market there. Karen Kimbrough, chief economist at LinkedIn. Many, many thanks.
Thank you.